All right, I think we are live. Let me see. All right, we are live. Let's see what we got here. Pardon us, y'all. There's a few technical difficulties. All right.
When it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it's
Yeah, exactly. All right. We're going to try to bring this. Hold on 1 second for us.
Anything, check.
I'm trying to move the camera a little closer.
it looked fine the way it was.
Yeah, this is too much headroom.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see. Is that okay? All right.
It's much closer.
I know. Much closer. Not on the computer. I hear you on the phone, but hold on 1 second. Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
Brian's both the co-host and the engineer, so
I can't hear you, Journey.
you can't hear me?
Okay, hold on.
It's just very soft.
All right. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Had some technical difficulty trying to work it on out. Got a new platform we're working on today. Let's see. Let me see if they can hear you in the audience. Let's see. It's definitely all right. Let's see.
Can you hear us, Sasha?
Sasha, can you hear us?
I can hear you just barely, Karen.
Okay, hold on.
But I can hear Brian a little bit better.
Okay. All right.
Better now?
Let me.
I mean, if I put you guys. I still have you on the phone.
All right. So Bobby said he can hear us. And all right. We're going to make it work, make it do what it do. We're actually on a new platform today, and we're first time using it, so we got some technical difficulties. Thank y'all for being patient. Brian and Karen here.
Yes.
With Live, Heal, Thrive. And we have our guest today, Sasha Rose Love. Hey, Sasha, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to have to...
Feedback.
Yeah, I got feedback. Hold on 1 second. All right. Let's do a sound test on you. Can y'all hear Sasha? Can y'all hear Sasha?
Hello.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see if they can hear you. 1 second.
Bobby said he does.
All right. Let's
Say something.
say something. Count to 10. So they're trying to hear you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, I don't see any audio coming through on your side, Sasha. Are you okay? Count again 1 more time. All right, can y'all hear us? Let's see.
How about that audio? Can you come through?
No, don't need that one. This window. Okay, let me just give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. Close that one. All right. Can you hear us? Hello?
Hey, honey, I don't know what happened there, but it started sounding really bad on my end. It was like a weird thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, all of a sudden it seemed like it was actually working. So I'm
Oh,
gonna try it again, but I turned it off because it was really loud and I don't know, it sounded weird.
okay. All right. So you're gonna dial back in?
I'm coming back again, and I'm hoping this time it'll work.
Okay.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Mm, uh, let's see. Testing. Can y'all hear us? Can anyone hear us? Let's
I'm gonna hang up
see.
on the phone and see. Can you hear me online?
Talk real quick, Sasha.
I'm talking to you.
Say something.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Uh,
5, 6,
okay.
7, 8.
Can you hear her?
Can't hear Karen, but I can hear you.
She's saying yes. Sabrina's saying yes.
Okay. So they can hear you now. All right. So we have your audio, but we
Okay.
can't hear you. Hold on 1 second.
Yay.
Hold on.
Okay. Talk to me, Karen. Talk to me, Karen. Can you hear me? Hey, honey. Hello?
Hey. Okay, so
Hey. Okay. Can you hear me that way?
okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, say something.
Hello. Okay.
Hello. I can't. This is to.
All the ways. How many ways can we be hooked up?
I can't remember. Might be. Might be.
Okay.
All right, y'all. I think we finally got it. Let's see if I can hear us. Okay. Sasha, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. We can hear you. All right, so you don't have to
Okay, great.
listen, but we can hear you through the phone, okay? Can you hear her? Hold on 1 second. Let me start trying. Whew, man. Talk about technical
I
difficulties.
know.
Hold on 1 second.
Sasha.
Yes, I can hear you finally. Yay. Okay, let me try. Okay, I can hear you, Karen. Can you hear me?
Okay, say something, Sasha.
I'm here.
All right.
I'm
We
live.
can hear you now.
Yay.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Let me just double check one more thing.
Make sure everybody else can hear us. We'll have a great conversation.
All right, so let me check the see if I can hear both of us.
Okay. Am I coming in through the phone?
You're coming through the
To
phone.
us, you are. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so keep that
I'm going to
up.
turn you guys down on my
Do
phone.
that. Do that.
Yeah. And because I can hear you in my headset
Okay.
real well. There we go. And now you can hear me? Perfect. Yay. Yay.
And you don't have your speakerphone on, right?
Okay, how about, is the echo still now? Not you.
Not for me. I
Okay.
do have my speaker. I have my speakerphone on for my phone.
No.
Turn it
your
off?
Speaker, yeah.
Well, yeah, turn the speakerphone on. Just listen to your headset and make sure Facebook is off.
Okay, yeah, Facebook is off. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I'm just double check real quick. Make sure we sounding good.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good.
Okay. All right, just double checking. Oh, finally. All right.
I think we got it.
So,
Yay!
I know. Sorry about that, everybody. We really apologize for all that. Like I said, we're on a new platform this week.
It's supposed to be better.
It is. We just have to figure out all the kinks. So, it's always
Mhm.
one time we got to get it straight. Next week. Okay, she said they're a lot louder. Hold on 1 second. We move them back a little closer to us. Is that a little better? Let me turn her audio down
How about here?
a little bit. All right, is it good? We good? We good? All right, we're going to get started.
Good on mine?
We
Yay!
are Brian and Karen.
Is that who we are?
Yes,
Kinda.
that is who we are.
Okay. Said you're a little louder, but let me see. Just one second, so I can turn our mic up a little bit. Let's see.
But that was before we moved the mic.
Yeah, he said it. He said she's still a little louder.
I'm loud.
He said we're good.
We're good? Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
All right. So we're here. Conversations with Brian and Karen with Sasha Rose Love. Wow. Thank y'all for being patient.
Hi, guys.
Thank y'all. So we're going to talk about tantric touch, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell us
Yes.
about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and
Your background, all that.
how'd you get into this good, juicy stuff?
Okay. Yeah. So I'm Sasha Rose Love. I'm from Austin, Texas. We're live from my tantric temple. And let's see. I started this process almost 5 years ago. I basically was in a really long marriage of over a decade, and we didn't do anything to nurture our connection, especially our sexuality.
Uh-huh.
So at the end of a decade-long marriage with many children in the midst, we really had found that we had basically no sex life. And when we ended our marriage, I really believed that I wasn't sexy, I wasn't beautiful, I lost my mojo, I had lost it all. And the pathway to me finding and getting back in touch with myself started with Tantra. And so I started studying sexuality, I started studying orgasmic meditation, and I really started getting into the importance of it. And I realized that my whole body had actually shut down from years of not getting the right touch, not being in a nurturing relationship, not being connected. My body had shut down, and I needed it to be awake again. So I started the path of Tantra. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been a long path for me, but every year gets better and better. I continue to learn more, and a few years ago, about 3.5, almost 4 years ago, I started sharing what I had learned with so many others, because I saw many women and men who were in the same position that I had been.
Okay.
Or even on other ends, yeah.
So let's just dive in. I think there's so many people who can relate to your story, who are married, who are divorced, who were in relationships that may not have led to marriage or involved a marriage, but have found themselves in circumstances, even if they're single and their bodies have shut down from lack of the kind of touch you're referring to. So tell those people how they can awaken their bodies through tantric touch, and also how they can awaken and enliven their relationships using tantric touch.
Yay, this is one of my favorite things to talk about. Just something that I think that it's important to kind of recognize is, we'll put years of time and energy into our careers, right? We'll go to college, we'll go get a law degree, right? We'll put years in time. And when we become parents, if that's what we decide to do, we put lots of time into that. We read books, we go to classes. But when it comes to our sexuality and oftentimes our relationships, we somehow have gotten the idea in our heads that we don't have to put any work into it.
Yeah.
That it's just supposed to happen. And then if it doesn't happen, something's wrong.
Right.
It must be my partner. It must be me. Something's wrong with me. But really, we just need to recognize that just like everything else in your life, if you want to be successful, if you want to grow, if you want to enhance your life in some way, you want to put some time and effort into it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I have, ooh, you got loud. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So, you know, I've had clients come to me who have been in monogamous relationships for 20 years, and I've had men who come in with their partner and they say, you know, we have erectile dysfunction or something like that. And I'll do some work with them, and I'll say, you know, actually we don't. But monogamous marriage with very little effort into it can kind of put it, you know, can kind of, I don't know, kill any boner really for the most part.
Yeah.
You've got to put work and effort into it, which is why I'm so excited about this retreat that we're doing together, because these are people who have recognized that it takes work, and they're taking the steps to put the effort into it.
Yeah.
So we know that touch is important. We know that touch is important.
Yeah.
You know, we know that babies who aren't touched enough, they won't grow. They will failure to thrive. They won't develop mentally and physically as well as babies who are touched and nurtured. There's plenty of research that shows this.
Yeah.
We're born needing touch. We grow inside a womb, inside a belly, touched, and then we're held and we're caressed. Those needs for touch don't go away. What happens is we learn to just kind of release attachment to it. We just release the need for it. We just kind of push it away and say, oh, I don't really need it. But that's not true. What happens is I did some study with the monks in Thailand.
Nice.
And they, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're celibate. So this was an interesting topic for me specifically. I had to ask them, you know, and we did. We had this, I took this course of Vipassana with the monk, and in the end we got to ask him any questions. Nothing was off the table. And so, of course, you know me. I asked about the celibacy thing. And how do we get to that point? You know, how do we actually get to that point? And he said that it's not that he doesn't have desires. It's just that after so long of a time, he has learned how to meditate through those desires to where they no longer really affect him or come up for him as often anymore.
Interesting.
Right? So we do this. Yeah, we do the same to our bodies. We basically, the more that we deny ourselves the touch that we want, that our bodies are needing, then the more our bodies start to shut down. So really, the awakening of our bodies, the first step is just acknowledging, hey, I'm ready to do some work here. I'm ready to put some time and effort into my body, into learning my body, into sharing my body, and into maybe overcome stuff, you know? Yeah. I work with women who have had trauma as well, and muscle memory is a thing. And before I became a tantric goddess, I was a midwife for over a decade, and I helped women deliver babies. I helped them give birth. And yeah, and we know that trauma can play a role in our life, period. We can hold it in our bodies, we can hold it in ourselves. And I would find women who would come in to give birth, sometimes women who had been hurt or who had some type of trauma in their life, found that their bodies wouldn't function, they wouldn't open for the baby sometimes. And that's why we need to go in there and get that epidural sometimes. We needed to get that epidural because it would relax the lower part of her body, and she would be able to not feel that sensation as heavily anymore, and her body would open. So not all women, of course, but we know that this trauma, we can hold it in our bodies, and it can affect our intimacy with one another as well. So
what's the difference between
just some of the studies that
tantric touch and just touch that most people are familiar with?
Well, there's a couple of different things. One is, you know, a lot of us touch one another for our pleasure. We touch one another, you know, oh, I want to touch her breasts. Oh, I want to touch his body, you know? So, one of the main things that I do when I start to teach about tantric touch is I encourage them to slow it down, to touch
to do what?
And to really like put an intention. Am I touching this person for her pleasure or his pleasure, or am I touching it for my pleasure? You know, and that's a difference. So once we get the intention behind there, you know, then when we want, when we decide we want to touch them for their pleasure, then we're going to be listening to their bodies to tell us what really feels good. And when we're just touching each other, we know, oh, well, if I go for that spot, I know it works, right?
Yeah.
So 10,000 nerve endings in the clitoris. Yes, that's beautiful. So happy about that. 6 to 8,000 in the tip of the penis. But how many more nerve endings on the rest of the body? So many. We've got an entire blank canvas of touch that we can explore. And so part of what I teach with tantric touch is just slowing down and making, when we make love, making it more of a full body experience rather than just going for the juicy spots. Because we know we can get to orgasm that way, right? We know we can get to pleasure that way, but we're missing out on a lot. And when we touch the whole body, then we actually increase the sensations in all the rest of our bodies.
Nice.
So it sounds like from what
one of my favorite.
Go ahead.
It's okay. I think we're like just
a couple seconds.
Yeah. But it sounds like what you're saying, that kind of the first part is the intention. Am I engaging in order to just bring pleasure to myself, which of course, obviously that's part of it, but is my touch designed to bring something to him or bring something to myself? So really it's about the intention first of the partners, of each member of the partner.
It really is.
Yeah. And then the next part of it is, I guess, being fully present. So you're engaging or open to engaging every part of the body instead of just being genitally focused.
I would say the first part is one, just acknowledging, hey, we are going to take some time to learn one another's bodies, right? And Karen, I know you two have been together forever, but and you guys do a lot to explore in your lives. But I have worked with couples who we start this process together, and I've had, someone tell me before, oh, we've been married for 15 years, and that's the most time I've ever spent on my wife's clit. It's really just about really like recognizing, did we take time for this, or are we just going through the motions, of getting our needs met? So that's why the intention is so important. Are you touching her for her pleasure, or are you touching it because that's going to make it get to a point where you're going to get your needs met? So it's the intention of recognizing, okay, now I'm going to take this time and space. We're not even going to worry about getting all the way to the climax. We're just going to take the time to get to know your lover's body or one another's bodies and find out where those sensitive spots are, because everybody's different. So one of the main ways, one of the first ways that I use to increase, one of my techniques, in order to increase sensation, right? We take away one.
The sight, vision.
I blindfold him. Vision, because we rely upon our sense of sight so deeply. But yet, if we take away that one, it actually increases all the other senses. So just some fun tips for some of those folks at home who are like, I'm interested in this tantra touch. How can I get a little bit more into it? How can I start dipping my toe in? Pull out the sexy silk scarf, light some candles, and set the intention to take a time. You can even set a timer. For the next 20 to 30 minutes, I'm going to touch you for your pleasure. I'm going to follow your body. I'm going to try and touch every single part of your body to see where your zones are, where your erogenous zones are, what kind of touch. And then you can play with the different types of touch. You guys have played with this before. You know how I love the elemental touch. We have the earth, the grounding touch, and the fire touch, right? Wake it up. And then we have the really soft, smooth water touch, right? Really soft. And then we have air. And so playing with different types of touch. I will with hetero couples, Men, you're almost always touching her too heavily. You're almost always touching her. Your fingers are too heavy. Lighten your touch, lighten your touch, lighten your touch. Because people have gotten this idea of if a little is good, then a lot must be better, right? But with Tantra, we recognize that the lighter the touch can sometimes actually increase the sensations even more. It can wake up the body even more.
It's so funny because I've been learning that. I've been learning that because, you know, of course, we're not taught that. So, you know, Karen will tell me all the time, you know, lighter, softer, easier, you know. Slower. And, you know, she calls me a bull in the china shop sometimes because I'm always like, you know, always going so fast. And she's like, slow down, slow down. So what I've started practicing on her is actually trying to touch her as softly as possible on different parts of her body, on different parts of her private parts, you know, just everywhere, just kind of just touching as softly and lightly as possible, and actually seeing how much pleasure I can bring her with as little touch as possible. And it's just an amazing thing.
Yeah, and so what that's done for me,
I think it's working.
What it's done for me is that it's helped me to be able to really focus. Because if somebody is touching you, you know, it's a hard touch, well, you don't really need to be very present to notice that or to be aware of it. But if somebody's touching you really lightly, like you have to really like focus on where they're touching, you know, to feel it, to ask yourself, oh, how does this feel? Wow, this feels amazing. And even sometimes I'll tell him, okay, like, don't touch me at all. Like, you know, stay in that area, but don't touch me at all. And let me see if I can feel it. And it's like, I'll feel the energy of it, even though he's not physically touching me. And that's just like, you know, an insane experience, you know, being touched without being touched. So, yeah, I mean, that's a great practice.
So, witness, yes. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true stuff.
That's beautiful. I could tell her face lit up the minute you started talking about it. I could tell it's working.
Too funny.
Oh, I love you guys.
So we're going to explore this at our retreat, right? You're going to take people through different levels of touch and different, you know.
We are. We're going to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We're going to get juicy. We're going to play. We're going to play. We're going to bring our blindfolds, and we're going to take time to touch one another, and we're going to, you know, encourage us to, you know, go beyond our comfort zone of, you know, just touching, you know, each other if you're partnered or if you're single, you know, as well. Just also exploring touch with others. Like, a woman can tell the difference between a touch from a man and a woman. And so let's explore that too, you know. So we're going to really create a safe space so that we can explore non-sexual, in the beginning, non-sexual touch, just increasing the sensations and experiencing the touch from different people. And that will make such a difference for all of us, for everybody, because we don't get that opportunity in our life to really experience touch from others, especially if we're in these committed relationships. We have experienced touch with one another. And so this is a way to just kind of explore a little bit more, because if you can experience touch from another, you can also learn how to share that same. You're like, oh, wow, that felt really good. I want to try that, right? Oh, now I know what she's saying. She said softer. I didn't get it until I felt it softer, until I felt what she really meant with the soft, you know, with the barely there touch. We do air touch, you know, air touch as well, where it's just barely there. I've had an airgasm before from just the air. Just people blowing in my ear, blowing on my body. I mean, just get me up into the sky. Yeah.
Nice. That's so cool. So cool. So how does this interact with our balance and our chakras? Does it help balance us? Does it help keep us in line and remove blockages? Like, how does it work with the tantric touch?
In other words, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, all of those things.
There's a little delay.
Here's a delay. That's fine. Can you?
Okay, there it goes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So like I was saying, with the trauma that we can hold in our bodies, women can hold it in their yoni from, previous trauma. We can hold it in the rest of our body too. You ever been, you ever been somewhere and you needed to speak up. Something's happening. You're not really comfortable. But you need to speak up, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you just can't. You can't quite catch it, and you'll feel it in your throat.
Yeah, like a lump in
You'll feel
your throat.
Your throat will get tight or throat. Yeah, that's muscle memory. That's just muscle, and we can carry that on for a long time, and it can hinder us from being able to really open our throat chakra and tap in and really speak our truth sometimes. So what we do with what I like to teach is how to use sensual, not necessarily sexual, but how to use energy in general. Actually, it doesn't even have to be sexual or something. Right. How to use energy to clear those blockages that we may have in our body. And we have lots of chakras, but we focus on the main ones. The crown chakra, our third eye chakra, our throat chakra, our heart chakra, our gut, our intuition, and then our root chakra, all of that, our sacral chakra and our root chakra. All of those are so important to us. If you ever had your heart broken, you felt it in your chest. Your heart hurt, it physically hurt. Same thing with your belly, right? You ever been in some place and you're like, ooh, I don't know, something feels off. My belly hurts, I feel something aching in my belly. Your body is so wise. Our body is so wise, and it really is. It holds the key to unlock our bliss, our happiness, our dreams, and we can hide that stuff really deep inside of our bodies, to where, just like the monk, he no longer accesses that desire for sex in his body anymore. He has learned how to shut it down. Well, we have done that to ourselves unknowingly, and we don't want to do it. We're doing it on accident, just by denying ourselves those things for so long, to the point where sometimes it's so far down in there we don't even know what it is that we really want. And so Tantra, for me, and ideally for everybody that I share it with, really helps us connect to our true self, our deepest desires. Everything that we need to be happy is inside of our body. The wisdom is there, and we just have to learn how to tap into it. So nice. I'm really excited to be able to share that with you guys.
Okay, well, cool. Someone's asking when the retreat is, and so the retreat is October 11th through the 16th in Destin, Florida, beautiful Destin, Florida. Actually, we're going to take a quick break, but during the break, we're going to show the video, the promo for the retreat, so people can see what it's all about, where we're going to be, and then we'll come back and have a few more questions, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's see.
Just kidding.
One second.
Everybody, Brian and Karen here in beautiful Destin, Florida.
Guess what we're doing? We're here to check out the retreat property, check out the private beach. It has private beach access.
Yes.
We just finished touring the retreat site. We'll show you a little bit of it. But I'm personally overwhelmed. I mean, we knew it was spectacular. We've seen the pictures, we've seen 3Ds, we've seen everything, and seeing it
in
up
person,
close and personal.
The energy of the house, the rooms, the attention to detail is just amazing. This is going to be the most amazing retreat. And we're not just saying that, just being here is
yeah, we're like, okay, how can we express
we can't
to them
express
like what it is they're going to be receiving and
Yeah, we put as many pictures up as we could,
Yeah.
videos, but I'm telling you, it doesn't do it justice how beautiful this property is. We're literally right across, it's hard to even say across the street, but we have to cross the street, but I'll show you. But the beach is right behind us, but here's a private walkway. And there's the property right over there. So you want to walk the park?
sure.
All right.
Let me
All
ride
right.
my back.
But the beach is amazing. The weather is great. We talked to the property managers and they told us that the weather in October is amazing. It says the best time of year to come. You would think it'd be cold or cool, but it said the water's great.
They said the water's calm and warm.
Yeah. Pick up your step, easy.
I was following you.
Oh, you follow my lead? Okay. I
Exactly.
guess I'm leading. My fault. I guess I wasn't walking fast enough.
No, not your usual.
Oh, look at the beach in the background, y'all. Isn't that amazing? Man. We're actually going to go back to the beach now. We're hungry. We need to grab something really quick and get back to the beach. It is beautiful. It was sunny out earlier. It started raining a little bit. And now the sky is clear, as you can see.
We're about to arrange with the concierge for all of the excursions and dinner cruise and
The cruise,
things like that.
potentially renting a pontoon boat and going out on the ocean.
So a boat dock, like
Yeah.
a 52-foot boat
Yeah.
yacht dock.
Yes.
At the house.
Yeah. Ready, baby? So we're going to have fun. We're going to relax. We're going to just heal. We're going to play. We have a theater room. We're going to watch movies. We're going to go in the pool, the heated pool. There's a jacuzzi. Man. Man, when is this retreat again?
I know, right?
We need this retreat to come like ASAP. But retreat, if you haven't heard, is October the 11th through the 16th, called the Art of Sacred Sexuality Retreat, our beach retreat.
In Destin, Florida.
Destin, Florida. It's going to be really, 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 really amazing. Ain't she beautiful? Isn't she lovely?
Quiet.
So very, very, very nice neighborhood. People are very nice. I met a few people. Met somebody actually from Georgia, live around the corner from where we live.
Yeah. Small world.
A small world. Balconies everywhere. The views from the balcony to the beach is just stunning. Just stunning. Give you 360 view. Beach right there. Beach access, proper beach access, the code to get to the beach. It's really beautiful. Gotta come to this retreat. If you're ready, be alive, literally be changed, transformed. This is the place to be. It's not a sales pitch, I'm telling you. You gotta be here.
Yeah, I'm almost speechless. And as Brian can tell you, that doesn't happen very often.
So yeah, you already know.
Can't wait to see you in October.
Yes. See y'all soon. We love you all. Bye. Say bye, baby.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, all right. We are back. We are back. Let's see if we got everything back on, audio back on. Let's see. Can y'all hear us out there?
I can hear you.
All right. Let's see. Make sure we're back.
Hear me?
I can hear you.
I can
yes.
hear you also.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. Everything's cool. We'll double check. So that's our amazing retreat in October 11th through the 16th, and we have a few spots, like a couple spots left. So if you want to get in, we actually have a non-published special. If you're listening, you can reach out to Sasha, and she'll give you the details of that. And we actually have reach out to us if you can't reach out. But let me find out, how can I get in touch with you, Sasha? Let me see. What's your website?
You come to my website, awakenbliss.me. You can also contact me, Sasha Rose at awakenbliss.me. There you go. There's my number. And contact me if you're interested in finding out more and you're ready to start your tantric practice. That's my goal, is to help you start your tantric practice so that you can get the most bliss, happiness, great sex, lots of orgasms that you're looking for, that you really want in your life.
Nice.
And
I like that.
I work with, yeah, and I think it's important to also tell you guys that I also work with just non-sexual. I do, you know, people, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready to take my clothes off. That's fine. That's
Right.
perfect. I actually start a lot of our sessions, most of it all starts with our clothes on, just learning how to tap into those energetic centers, those chakras, learning how to move energy through. So, you know, you can start this process without, you know, getting quite as juicy as we are going to be going.
I know that's right. So, I guess before we close out, I know you said how it transformed your life. How's it transformed some of your clients? Like, what are some of the testimonies they say about how they're different now, you know, after experiencing like tantric touch and other tantric methods that you do?
I've got some really great stories. I've got some really great stories of people who have gone to every other person, especially men and women who have had problems with erectile dysfunction, you know, problems, trauma in the relationship. And that it's tab of practice, you know, people who are
Yeah, I can hear you.
okay, you can hear me. Okay, I'm gonna ignore
Yes.
that little thing. I don't know what that is. But you know, they can come in and just, I do cuddle sessions as well. So just recognizing that touch is important, you guys. Don't go on through your life saying that I don't need it, or I'll find it eventually when I find Miss or Mrs. Right. You know, finding ways to connect and receive the touch that we need now is important, and finding ways to really deeper in our bodies is important now. So I also work with, I have clients who deal with depression.
Okay.
And that is something that has really helped them as well get regular messages, and you know, just that it's helped them turn around. You know, they're in a place where they're working on them, and they just need to be able to find some place where they can actually get platonic touch, you know, or even sexual touch, but just to make sure that they acknowledge that within themselves. It makes a big difference, you know, from feeling like I'm lonely, nobody loves me, I don't want to live, to wow, I got a really good session. Endorphins are flowing, serotonin, oxytocin, all of these good things are so good for your body and for your mind and for your soul. yeah, love to share guys, and I'm looking forward to sharing. Florida looks amazing. And I know that there's a special for my friends, right? So my
Yes, your
friends
friend.
need to call me up. They need to hit me up because they set aside some special for guys to think you come and share this experience with me. Almost every retreat that I've ever been to, decided that we're going to take this time. This is important to us. Is always life changing. So I know you guys have got some good people coming to share their gifts as well. So I'm really excited, and I know it's going to be really good. Thank you guys so much.
No problem. Someone had a question. Do you work remotely?
Oh, I do. Yes, I do. I do like this. We work on. We can develop a program. I can help you. Basically with the on camera, just like we're doing now, guide you through.
Nice, and you have good results from doing remote. Some people feel they can't because they're not in front of you, that they can't feel anything, but we know that differently. Energy, there's no distance to that, So.
Right. A lot of what I do actually in the beginning is just a teaching how to move energy and breath, and everybody, in my opinion. And, I do like to research, and there's science behind this. Everybody would benefit from having a self-pleasure practice. And that is one thing that is really easy to teach online. It's a self-pleasure practice. Because when there's two people, when it's you and me, and when there's two people, there's energy. But when you learn that self-pleasure practice on your own, you can focus just on your energy, as opposed to there's two people. It's definitely a lot more to learn to be able to focus and stuff. So everybody should have a good self-pleasure opinion.
Hey, I like that. Go ahead.
Sasha, it sounds like, you mentioned people who have erectile dysfunction, men who have erectile dysfunction, women who aren't orgasming, but it sounds to me like what you're teaching could take a couple or individuals who don't have those kinds of problems to a whole different level in their relationships.
Yes. Like I said, this is something that we don't put attention on it until it's bad, until we're at the point where things are falling apart, and then you want to come to me, and we can do only so much at that point. But there's so much beyond just touch. It's not just in the fingers and the body. We really have to tap into the heart, the emotional, the spiritual, everything in order to really touch one another. We really have to go beyond physical touch. So ideally we're putting time and attention into that regularly in our relationships, because unfortunately too many people wait to come see me.
Yeah.
And we're in the red zone. I'm like a last ditch effort, I have to say, and a lot of people, because they're like, I don't know, I don't want to go here, I'm scared, we're gonna talk about sex, so I would put some maintenance. This is put this on your list. This is so important. It's just so important. Touch and sexuality is so important in our lives. And I'm really glad that we have this community that's open, and the year after year it becomes more and more acceptable. People are really recognizing how important it is and what a big difference it can make.
Yeah, so cool. We can't wait to the retreat. We know you have some goodies you're going to bring in this safe environment. For anyone that wants more information about our retreat, the website is on the screen, sacredsexualityretreat.com. Those of you that follow Sasha, she has some goodies for you, a treat for you, special for you if you want to come out to the retreat. And y'all reach out to her. If you have any questions, reach out to us. Visit our site. There's a little chat box on there. We'll answer any questions you have. And we'll be happy to see you at the retreat. We only have a few spots left, so we'll be happy to have you. Anything else you have, baby?
Yeah, that Sasha will also be offering private sessions at the retreat at a special retreat price.
Yes, definitely. So if you want to be able to take advantage from some of her energy work and tantra practices, you can get that at the retreat, or reach out to her before that. But the retreat is going to be an amazing place to be able to have sessions with all of our presenters potentially. So we're excited about this retreat, and we're so excited. Less than 2 months, and we'll be there in beautiful Destin, Florida, on the beach, enjoying fun in the sun. So, anything else you have, baby?
Nothing else for me.
Wow.
What about you, Sasha?
Anything else you want to share?
I'm great. I'm happy. I'm so thankful to you guys. Thank you so much for creating this space and offering all of this for these people. I'm excited. I can't wait to see what we bring together.
Nice, nice. All right, so I guess we'll end. Woo! That was a rough start. We got it on in though. By next week's show, though, all these kinks will be worked out. Smooth sailing. So, y'all stay tuned. We'll be sharing I'm not sure who we have next week.
Are we next week?
No, we're Wednesday. Actually, we're being interviewed on Wednesday by our retreat coordinator. So you guys have any questions for us, we'll be able to answer any questions you guys have. And I believe it's Antonio next Sunday. Yeah, I believe it's Antonio next Sunday. So he's going to be talking about, he's an amazing tantra practitioner, and he's going to bring some good juiciness to the retreat and to our call next week. So y'all stay tuned. We thank y'all for joining in. Apologize again for all the technical issues. We're going to work through it together. All right. Antonio's Wednesday, our coordinator said. So Antonio is Wednesday. So we'll let y'all know. We'll send it out to the list. We'll post it on Facebook. We'll let you know exactly what time. It's going to be, I think, 8 o'clock on Wednesday, but we'll let you know definitely. So we love you all. Love you, Sasha. Thank you so much for joining us. So much.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.